Wow, what a day. It was great to spend some time with you and the team at PHS at the Belfry. And I thought I'd just review some of the key messages from my session: better, smarter, stronger together. It's probably fair to say that our mindset will always be a contributing factor in how we respond to the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. So we looked at how we can tap into the deep pool of potential that we all have and gain access to this strategic reserve at the right time. Specifically, how can we become even better, smarter, and stronger and create those magical results? But I suppose the motivation to become even better at anything starts when we decide to take on a challenge. Of course, challenges provide all sorts of opportunities, not just the achievement of our goals, but the many learning experiences we'll no doubt have along the way. And we touched on the benefit of essentially aligning three things: our direction of travel or vision, our beliefs, which form part of our mindset, which impacts the way we lean into any situation, and finally, how that drives our actions, which is ultimately what turns our vision into results. We looked at how having a clear vision of the future switches on the brain's seeking system. Remember the fly slide? That demonstrated the importance of having a vision that truly inspires and motivates. And in order for that to happen, it helps to be clear not just on what we want, but perhaps more importantly, why we want it. It's that sense of purpose that generates the momentum to keep us on the front foot. The business card exercise comes to mind. Just answering a few simple but profound questions helps to tie together the three key elements of our vision for the future. Once you've decided what you want to achieve and considered how to go about it, it's digging a bit deeper into the why that provides that drive and, again, maintain the momentum. So what do? What is what you do? What's the impact of the service or product you provide? What do you enable others to do? And what does that achieve? Focusing on the positive difference that you make really elevates the importance of your contribution to other stakeholders. So that was better. Next, we talked about smarter, where we looked at aligning our beliefs to our goals. Remember the marathon runner story? Saying I'm a marathon runner way before the big day, effectively telling the truth in advance, causes us to think about the actions and the behaviors that will likely lead us in the direction of our goals. Marathon runners do marathon runner things. And it's doing those things that helps build confidence and the self-belief to be the version of ourselves that we need to be to achieve our aim-high goals. Okay, so better, smarter. We finished by looking at stronger, where I introduced the EDGE model, which had 4 quadrants. We focused specifically on the top left-hand quadrant, the EDGE zone, the perfect storm of demanding challenge met with the optimal skills and attitudes required to meet it head on. This is where the magic happens. The objective of the conversation was to brand the EDGE zone in such a way that it makes it a compelling place to play. We asked the question, why would you prefer to operate in the EDGE zone and not the party zone? Now, don't get me wrong, we'd all take some time in the party zone. But it would be naive to think that in the pursuit of high performance in anything, it won't require us to tackle those hard-to-do tasks, which is made easier when we brainstorm all the value we can take from performing in the EDGE zone: the personal growth, the development, the greater sense of achievement, and the rewards, to name a few. And finally, we asked the question, how can we help each other to stay in the EDGE zone? And the answer was to come together and synchronize the team by doing 2 things: putting your hand up to take on a challenge and supporting teammates who put their hand up to take on a challenge. Just remember how you felt during that high energy close to the session, the rock, paper, scissors extravaganza. How could you forget? Whether you were in the hot seat competing or supporting someone competing, it felt good, right? Anyway, thanks for jumping in, participating, giving 100%. And I certainly wish you all the best with the adventures that lie ahead. Oh, one more thing. I started the session by saying when it comes to peak performance, there's no magic, just great strategies. It's also the first thing I talk about in my latest book, Unashamedly Superhuman. To learn more and to find out the strategy to read someone's mind, click on the QR code and all will be revealed.